Alright, hello YouTube. Gonna be doing something a little bit different today. So as you can tell, I'm speaking. Alright, so today I actually wanted to kind of go through the ride and the ride Tacos Through Time 3 and talk a little bit about my thoughts behind it, how I did some things and all that other stuff. Um, yeah, so here's the um, poster image thumbnail, the screenshot that I use for marketing. I set up this little scene. It kind of shows off uh, what you can expect to see in the ride. You see all the box cats, tacos, and it has the logo and the dragon taco. All right, yeah, it's a little squished in there. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna kind of go through, walk through. So you start off in the forest here, and you pull up to the prison where the mad scientist Sokka was held. This prison thing was supposed to be at the end of Sokka's Through Time 2, but because of the bug, I couldn't finish it and just decided to release it how it was without the real ending. But you can assume that he went to jail, at least based on the description you can. Um, you pull up to the gate and the taco lets you in. Um, Pull through here, you can see all the tacos in prison. And then as you go around the corner, you meet the mad scientist. And since the last time he's seen us, he's been building up a little time machine. Um, yeah, so this scene shows off something that I tried really hard on. For the third one, I really wanted to push the story a little bit more than the others and kind of make it feel as close to a movie as I could, as opposed to the other ones. You see some scenes and fly through it and stuff, and to really push the storytelling, I made some some items in the theme maker's toolkit. Um, I did just little rectangles like these other guys' mouths and animated them to open up and down. I used the bake to f-stop feature, and what that does is it moves the thing up and down according to how loud the volume is. So once I got in the voice actors, they sent me in their files. I put it into Blender and just use that modifier to make it move. A really simple process, and it gives a pretty convincing talking effect. Alright, then the guards start chasing after us. They find out that we're trying to work with them. They try to close the door, but we escape just in time, only to see they've got some backup, and we have to go off path. And that leads us to the workshop in the woods with the interdimensional transportation taco. So we can get that time crystal, because without the time crystal, taco wouldn't be, the time machine wouldn't be able to work. Yeah, I wanted to make it look similar to the time machine taco, but different as well. So there's that logo, also showing off how I wanted to make it feel like a movie with a little title card, and then you go through the interdimensional transportation tunnel thing. It's a little bit different than the time tunnels I've done. It has the flashy lights that go back down, and what I did was I just did one strip. I did a sequencer. Yeah, so one of these activates each little panel to change to yellow, and then turn off immediately. Have it fade, and then just each one right after another. And I saved that as a blueprint and duplicated them around, and then used one sequencer to tie it all together. Alright, so then the first scene after we get the transportation, interdimensional transportation taco, we end up in the tiny taco town, and as you can see here, there's some stuff back there. I wanted to leave that in. This was the hardest scene that I could have done to since I don't have the big blue boxes anymore. I had to hide the other scenes, so what I did for other ones was just build up trees, and like when you're in there you can't see the others. I couldn't do that really with this scene since everything's kind of small, so what I did was build up mountains, and they do a pretty good job. And I also faced it towards nothing, so I could make it a little bit easier on myself. You know, if it was facing like this way, it'd be a lot harder to hide everything. Yeah. I've built up a little bit of mountains over here just to give that illusion of depth. And go through to the neighborhood, the suburban neighborhood. Yeah, so I had this fence up, you know, but it was in the way, so I just kind of knocked it down a little bit. I really wanted this nice view from up above of the whole neighborhood, so I put it up on a cliff, and you know, I think it works pretty nice. This playground you can actually find on my workshop. I will try to link it in the description if you're interested, but I built it a while ago and just needed something to fill the space, so I popped that down. So then we come in and we realize that there are actually humans here, so we're in our dimension now. Yeah, these buildings I'm really happy with. They turned out really nice, especially this one here. This one's my favorite. Here was a little Easter egg picture of Tacos Through Time 2. Just reference that we are in the human dimension, even more in our dimension. Yeah, here is a scene I was really happy with. Thank you to Doreen2 for the pizzas there. He's characters he made a while ago, and I just had to put them in when given the opportunity. This scene also comes with a remastered design for the Taco Dragon. I wanted to make him look a little bit more like the Tacosaurs style you see in Tacos of Time 2. We can actually have a look at that. So here was the original one. He's a little bit derpy. Yeah. And since then I had kind of practiced a little bit. I made these other dragons for a blueprint ride me and Dr. Fugo did together. And then I came around with the Tacosaurs for Tacos of Time 2. And so for this one, I wanted to really kind of show my growth as a builder and improve upon this, and made it match in style with them, and built the new and improved Taco Dragon. Originally I was going to do just a normal dragon based on this kind of look that I did for a blueprint that you can find on my workshop. I also made a couple time lapses based on it, but yeah, that wasn't working out so well, so I went with the more cartoony approach, and I think it worked out really well. It's a really cool scene and gives just even more character to this little town of pizzas. Yeah, really wanted to make them look cool and spooky, so I just shined a red light up on them. This scene here. Yeah. And then after this, we go to a nice little calm section with box cats. I wanted to kind of calm it down a little bit before we reach the, the climax of the story. So we go through this little section of box cats, which are by Augie 3000. He's a great creator. He's made a lot of these box cats, and it was really nice to let me use them. Alright, so this scene here was the scene that I had been envisioning since the very start of the idea. So I knew, mad scientist wanted to get out of there, make a time machine. So I wanted to show a little bit of how. Oh, this is perfect timing. Because this is about to come through. Yeah, so I wanted to make it kind of foggy and spooky, and so when the car comes through, I wanted to reveal that the Time Lord and Time Police were here slowly as they speak. It was just kind of like a, oh man, surprise moment, because you think, oh, we're gonna get the time crystal, we're gonna save the day, and then bam, the bad guys show up and just send us on our way. It was a really cool scene that I was really happy with in the end. It could be a little bit better, but I think it's pretty good. Then the end here, and here's another way I want to make it feel like a movie by having some credits. It also helped me show off who made this possible, because without any of these people, it wouldn't have turned out nearly as well, especially the voice actors here. And they all did a really good job. Really helped me tell the story that I wanted to tell. Yeah, it's really something that I've been wanting to do since the original Tacos Through Time, was to tell a really good story and have it would be really nice, and I think it ended up just amazing. Here's another little thing. So for this one, I had a redesigned version of the tacos, just to kind of, make them a little bit nicer looking. I think it turned out really well. Especially on the interior here, it looks so much nicer. And here's the evolution of the mad scientist taco here. Start off happy, and then just slowly goes away. His crown slowly goes away and slowly gets more orange. I thought it's kind of funny. Well, and these new roses really make his hair look as crazy as I wanted when I was making him originally. Yeah, so another thing I did was to try to save on pieces, so things you can't see are gone. Alright, since you won't see the other side of him, I thought, just get rid of it. Get rid of this half. These guys have no feet and stuff, just to save a little bit on pieces. Yeah, this guy here actually doesn't even have a face. Or this guy doesn't have back. Yeah, like the neighborhood here. This building here is just a little bit of a roof. I don't think you can actually see it much, but yeah. And then I'll head back and stuff. But yeah. So I hope you found this interesting. Here's some little promotional images I made before I shared on Discord. Yeah, so originally I was gonna do something similar to this, but all around you. So if we actually oh, alright, it's lagging a bit. Alright. There we go. Yeah. So I think that looks pretty cool. It took me forever to do as well, but I don't know, it just wasn't as nice, and so I took a little bit of inspiration from my past tunnel with Takatsu Time 2 and just redid it. I also decided to round out the fire effect. I don't know why he was so boxy before. Yeah, the biggest challenge for this was instead of walls, because I didn't have them this time, I had to figure out a way to hide the tunnels. So most of the time I just built up terrain around it. As you can see in here, I just put in a wall again. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I have plans to do it again for future rides. Samphora, I actually have something really interesting for it. So look out for that. It'll be coming sometime. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped you, helped answer some of your questions maybe you had or stuff like that. Yeah, so bye.